Welcome to Slovenia, everybody, and welcome to a glimpse into our lives living with dementia. I'm sure, like me, you've been moved to tears, and I don't know how I can follow what the others have contributed. My name's Agnes. I was diagnosed 9 years ago with dementia of the Alzheimer's type. It was a shock to me. I wasn't expecting it. Does anybody? And it's been a difficult journey. And I've learned along the way from others with dementia who've walked before me. What can you add? If you know one person with dementia, you've heard my pal Roselle's story and Rael's story, and now you're going to hear mine. But we're all different, but we do have commonalities. It's a year since we all met in Glasgow last year, but what a difference a year can make. Last year in Glasgow, I could hardly stand because of the challenges that I was having with sensory problems due to my dementia. I was being bumped by a car and needing assistance. As you can see, I walked here quite the thing, but I have fallen at least once since I've been here, and I'm forever knocking things down. My sensory issues got to a stage and was so marked that it started to affect my tasks of daily living. Seeing, depth perception, spatial awareness made crossing the road hazardous. And I was having near misses with cars. Hearing and sound sensitivity was making it difficult for me to attend and participate in the ordinary meetings of the Scottish Dementia Working Group. And the Scottish Dementia Working Group is my lifeline, and I didn't know how to cope or what I was going to do without this peer support. It was due to sound issues, the environment. We can't change the environment. And that was my challenge. Staying connected to my family and friends and community. You heard Roselle's story, how the sound, how she was losing or contributing to music, and how she could no longer go because of the environmental and the sound. Simple pleasures like eating. It's a sensory experience to eat. We smell our food before we taste it. The ambience, the sense of connected to family and friends. But going out for a meal was becoming impractical for me because there was no quiet areas and nobody seemed to be able to help. Why they needed loud music when we were having a meal, I do not know. I started to have problems and started to lose weight as well. And we didn't know why this was happening. I live alone. And this we found out after the occupational therapist had come to visit me. They were thinking it was sequencing problems. It was memory problems. No. It was my taste and my smell that was the problem. I was cooking the food and it didn't taste or smell the way I thought it should. So I was binning it and going to bed hungry. So after I had shared all of this in Glasgow about the sensory, other people with dementia who were in the audience and listened to me, they came up and they said, "That's happening to me as well, Agnes." And we felt no longer alone because, you know, a trouble shared is a trouble halved. And with the feedback that they gave me from these people, I realised that it was important for us to get our stories heard. Chris in the audience here with dementia from Wales, he always says about how knowledge can empower us. And it empowered me to ask for help. outside the dementia field, because I found we were talking to people in the dementia field and they were nodding their head, but I needed help outside their expertise. So I went back to my optician, spoke quite firmly, because I knew I had the backing of others in the working group and in Europe, and I now felt quite powerful to say, no, I'm not accepting this. I want to go to the hospital and see a specialist. So I was sent to the hospital and I seen an ophthalmologist. Now this was after having sensory problems for 5, 6, 7 years. I had to be very, very forceful. I was given tests. I was having double vision and ghosting. They helped me by putting prisms in my glasses, and that assists some of the time. Then they decided that I needed to have a higher level of influence, and I was sent to a consultant ophthalmologist. Now, they fast-tracked me because they could not believe that I had waited so long before someone had put me into the right place to get help. I was given a white stick, a pointer stick. There's a couple of people with dementia here who've done this and who have this. That doesn't help me. It helps others to understand that I have issues, give me more time. Then I've graduated on to, and Chris is nodding his head here, many people over many years, 2 or 3 years, have said that I need a stick. Well, last week, an occupational therapist and a low vision officer have got me a stick. I think it suits Donna very well. I struggle with it, and I'm always getting told, what was it, pride cometh before a fall. And yeah, I'm still having falls, but I'm trying. I really am trying to use it. But so far, no go. And I had it with me earlier on, and I still fell. Anyway, that was because I missed the seat. I couldn't see it. Anyway, so that was us. So I now have a passion. And as people know, Agnes goes on a mission. I'm on a mission to raise awareness on these sensory issues and the challenges that having dementia and sensory issues is unique and different, and we need help. I want to encourage restaurants to have quiet areas where we can go in and ask for a quiet area and they will give it to it. And there is a place in Glasgow where they do that for us now, but it's taken us a long time to find this place. The food is cheap, the staff are lovely, and I would recommend it. If we, the people with dementia, don't explain to the experts, the professionals, how we feel and what it's like for us, how dare we, the people with dementia, complain they don't understand? We need to find the courage, as you've found in Europe, to be able to ask for that help. I find it difficult, I've shared that with you, because I have always had a position where I was the one that knew everything. And it's quite humbling to be able to come from this, please help me. My friends here with dementia, thank you. You gave me the courage to stand up and speak out. And that led me to seek for funding from the Life Changes Trust, so that I could record some of the stories that the people last year told us. This resulted, with the help of my daughter Donna, in the production of this booklet. and it's called Dementia and Sensory Challenges. It's written and influenced by people with dementia. One of the criticisms of the booklet is, where do you get help? And there's not much in the booklet because a lot of us, very few of us, have found help with our sensory. If you want a part 2 booklet for help, then the professionals will need to stand up and be counted and help us and show us the pathway of finding that help. I believe that this is a first step. I don't think it's ever been taken, nobody's ever done this before, and I think it's an important step. The booklet's finished. There's a DVD that goes with the booklet, and Patrick's in the hall, and he's working on the production of the DVD. The booklet's free of charge. You can download it. While my Donna was transcribing and typing out the many stories, the hours of stories that we took, she noticed a common thread coming throughout the lived experiences, and she started calling them the 4 A's. She realised that people with dementia became aware of what their challenge was. Then they became, and they learnt to accept what the challenges were. And then they went on to adapt to these many challenges and changes. And if all else failed, we dug our heels in and we said, no, we avoided them. So in conclusion, I want to thank the Life Changes Trust, and you can Google that because I can't remember how to, whatever. The Life Changes Trust funded and has funded many people to be here today with dementia. And not only that, they took it a step further and allowed the person to have a family member and carer to come along with them. Put your hand together, please, especially the ones that are here that have been funded in this manner, and say to them, thank you. Because it's coming to these conferences, networking, meeting others, whether English is a language or not, that's where we get our help. So that we can live as well as we can. We share tips and strategies. It's like medicine to me, and it helps me to contribute and participate in my community. I believe it's in networking and coming to these conferences that we can make a difference globally. Together, we, the people with dementia, and our caregivers, care partners, loving family members, we will and can make a difference. We do change minds and hearts, but above all, we will influence and change policy and practice. And a lot of the associations, and Jeff Huggins will tell you, we do not give up until he hears and gives us an answer. The European Working Group, we have a table in the hall. Please look out for the members whose pictures are up there. You've heard our friend Roselle, and she's there. They help participate and inform this booklet. And also we have a poster, and the poster will be on show on Friday, and the poster is PO3-24, whatever that means. On behalf of everybody with dementia, I would like to thank you all, because you have been our continued support over the years, and I know that without you out there helping me and pushing and being behind us, I would be alone at home, or worse, I would have done something to end this tragic life if we don't have peer support. Thank you very much.